Thank you, Peter. And the first part of our book focuses on the broad economy transformation. So we use a growth decomposition approach developed by Danny Rodgers and Maggie McMillan to identify different sources of growth. In this figure, the economy-wide labor productivity growth is the sum of growth within different sectors plus structural change. We find also we define into two subperiods. We find that structural change, that is the movement of labor from low productivity traditional agriculture to high productivity modern non-agricultural sectors, is not that important as a driver of growth, particularly in the recent period. Lack of industrialization, like Peter said, is a reason. Productivity has grown a little bit in manufacture. However, it hasn't played an important role in total growth. You can see, particularly in the recent years. Furthermore, manufacturing share of total employment has fallen. This actually negatively contributes to structural change and also cancel out the positive contribution from within manufacturing growth. Secondly, workers have mainly moved out of agriculture to less productive non-agricultural sector. This explains why the role of structural change-led growth become much smaller in the recent periods. What is the implication of such urbanization without industrialization to rural economy? Let's have a look at distribution of rural households by family members' primary jobs. Agriculture only are households, no single family member's primary job is outside agriculture. Non-agriculture only are the opposite. All household family members' primary jobs are in non-farm activities. The third group are for the household with both type of occupation. Consider these three types of rural households in the north and the south according to where they live according to whether they live in a district with or without cities, including secondary cities and rural towns. We see a general trend of declined share of agricultural households and increased share of non-agricultural households almost everywhere. Also, we see a very stable, almost non-changed share for the mixed households. When we compare district with and without cities, we see that living in district with cities seem to increase likelihood of becoming non-agricultural household. This likelihood actually further increase in the recent year. When we compare the north and the south, we see southern households are more likely to become non-agriculture, particularly in the district with cities. These three types of rural households are defined according to their primary jobs. Non-agricultural households still have farmland, but obviously farming has become secondary or part-time for them. What kind of non-farm jobs rural households have? Let's focus on non-agriculture only rural households. We further group them into 6 subgroups. The first group is on the far left. The green bars is for households. They have a formal non-farm, actually formal non-agriculture jobs only. Then there are 4 groups of households only with different type of informal jobs, informal activities. The last group is for households with both formal and informal. So we see from the figure is clearly more than 75% of non-agricultural households have at least one family member engage in actually informal economic activities. Moreover, over time, the share of households only engaging in formal trade increase, share for informal manufacture fall. That is, rural non-farm jobs have become more concentrated in low productivity informal trade and other services. Urbanization and higher rural wages seem to encourage the uptake of technology, labor-saving technology in farming, such as mechanizations and increased use of herbicide. This can partially explain the significant increase in labor productivity, as we can see in the graph. However, the induced innovation hypothesis predicts that urbanization should lead to more intensive farming practice. We find only limited support to this hypothesis. For example, in fertilizer use. This is mainly in the north, regardless the level of urbanization. This may explain why land productivity increased modestly when agriculture labor productivity has increased significantly. I now turn to Shashi for more talk about agriculture transformation.